How's it going, guys? Today I'm going to be featuring the Musashi, the tier 8 premium Japanese battleship. Musashi, love-hate relationship, mostly hate, Japanese dispersion, bad sigma. Most of the time when you try to shoot something that you want to hit, you just never do, which is kind of unfortunate. And then there just be these like one-off random like god tier dispersion salvos that you'll get, and then you'll just nuke whatever it is. But more often than not, with a 1.65 sigma with Japanese dispersion, not really enjoyable. I mean, Yamato 1.8 sigma, but it has American dispersion. A little better. Japanese dispersion, I mean, you kind of just want to sit at 14 plus kilometers. But for a game like this, I mean, there's not a whole lot of range that you're going to benefit from because battleship main battery ranges are just shorter than what you kind of need it to be. I mean, obviously we make the comparison to PC, but PC you have, what is it, like 25, 26 kilometers of range plus like spotter plane. I mean, you just have a lot more wiggle room to outrange other players and other ships. But in Legends, I mean, we're looking at what? 14 kilometers. You're probably sitting at somewhere like 19. So there's 5 kilometers where your ship is actually going to do well. But since you also spawn closer, I mean, chances are, you're already at a disadvantage because they're basically closer than 14 kilometers. So if you're trying to make use of Japanese dispersion, then you're kind of gonna basically just need to sit at the back of the map and keep kiting away from whatever enemy ship decides to start pushing in. A-cap has been getting captured for quite a while. Voldy's been getting reset. And, well, we decided to just turn away because, well, we'd rather not get torpedoed. Flandre does get a Citadel on us, which is kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. It's just one, not the end of the world. Plus, we're already kind of turning away because of the destroyer and torpedo threat. Not looking very good. I mean, we did have a Russian radar on the flank, although he's the cruiser that's furthest from the objective, which is kind of unfortunate. So radar not going to be useful at finding the DD, and we just have to kind of hope that he kind of messes up and gets caught. Enemy team all just sitting bow in their middle spawn, which is kind of interesting to see. Luckily though, Musashi, Yamato, we can overmatch pretty much everything. We are also top tier, so tier 7 ships, I mean, we're going to overmatch pretty much everything. There is smoke in B, so we do know there is a destroyer there. I'm just kind of hoping that something does get spotted. And the thing that gets spotted is me. So we know the destroyer left the smoke that he had laid. He gets spotted, Senyang, 3 bars. And this is one of those, one of the things that we talk about Musashi. We fire a salvo, and then we land, well, a lot of shells, and he's basically at 1 bar already. I mean, granted, he is probably using torp build and the skill that reduces your HP by 10%. But I mean, you saw the salvo, you saw how many shells we landed. That's like one of those god tier random dispersion salvos that you'll just get every now and then. But then more often than not, you'll get like shotgun dispersion, which does kind of suck. Kind of like that. That's the other salvo, as we only land 1 shell. Granted, we did have a turret incapped, but like, let's be real, out of 6, only landing 1, that's like more often than not what you're going to suffer from when using Musashi. Luckily though, enemy Senyang goes down. We do need to kind of be careful because obviously we were spotted for quite some time. Senyang probably did launch torpedoes. I'm just kind of waiting to see when those torps show up. Also, this Thunder has beached flat broadside. And then again, being Musashi, I mean, you would think that having Japanese dispersion at 14 kilometers would be good, but then you have bad sigma and you only get to land 1 Citadel. I mean, I guess at least we landed a Citadel. I think in an alternate universe we don't even hit any shells on the Thunder, so I guess we should be happy about that. Thunder on a sliver of HP. Our team has kind of been pushing into A. The enemy destroyer did actually get spotted way off in the corner, and not really in any sort of position that he's going to really be useful to his team. Any Pozarski trying to smoke up, but he has basically no HP. I think a lot of things shot at him as well. Our shells, we get 1 pen, and we do actually finish him off. We're actually in a pretty good position here. If our team at A decides to keep pushing in, at some point these battleships are in fact going to need to angle, and well, there's no point in giving up a good position. So we're just going to sit here and try to do as much as we can. Enemy Musashi turning out flat broadside. I mean, I don't know. I just kind of wish this thing was a little more accurate, but then again, we all know what happened when there was a Yamato that faced tier 7. Not exactly a fun time. We land one shell on that Musashi that turned out flat broadside, and it was a Citadel, which was kind of funny to see. But yeah, that's the tragedy of Musashi. But Musashi is still sailing flat broadside. I mean, I'm kind of hoping this salvo is a little better. I mean, it looks better, but we're not actually going to do nearly enough. Again, one Citadel only, kind of unfortunate. We see the enemy Harlem starting to push out towards our friendly ship at sea, and we're kind of just going to sit here, wait for that island icon to disappear, and then we're going to use aim assist, as all of a sudden our next salvo is all touching. That's the story of Musashi. Shotgun dispersion, and then all of a sudden, randomly, everything is touching. I mean, at least we def struck one thing, I guess. Maybe that's the RNG in the game, coded to give you one def strike in this thing. And then, well, never again for the rest of the match. Enemy Musashi still just sitting there, kind of bowing, reversing away. But at this point, enemy team is kind of struggling, so we're just going to start turning in and start pushing in. There's no reason to just sit here anymore. Our team has kind of pushed deep into A, and I mean, enemy team is pretty much all going to start dying here. We have a friendly destroyer that's behind them, so I'm kind of hoping they realize the destroyer's behind them and they start pushing in. I kind of aim for the Musashi's bow, hoping that we can maybe somehow Citadel him, but then he starts moving just when the shells are about to land, so unfortunately we don't do a whole lot of damage there. But Musashi starting to push in, both of them actually. Friendly DD does torp one of them, unfortunately, but yeah, enemy Flandre is running all the way into the back of their spawn. The DD is off in the boonies, who knows where. Musashi starting to push in, tried to take a lead for the bow, and we do get one Citadel again, and we do leave him on a sliver of HP. Probably would have been good to have ledge mod on some of these tier 8s, but at the same time, we don't play tier 8 a whole lot. We just try to get the premium supplies done and go back to legendary tier most of the time. And that's kind of where all of our ledge mods are currently sitting. Enemy DD and the Flandre very far away. At this point, we're just going to push in, try to get caps, and then maybe hope that we can actually shoot at something. Although, considering where our destroyer is, I am a little worried, I guess you could say. Just because, I mean, there's a good chance that the enemy destroyer just simply pushes back towards A, torps all the battleships, and then all of a sudden we're not looking too great. Although for a DD to basically do that on his own when most of these battleships are still alive, and to also think that Musashi and the Repub has pretty dented torp protection, I mean, there's not a whole lot that the enemy destroyer can actually do at this point. But we're just going to try to sail towards the Flandre and catch up. Enemy Hayate apparently is almost dead. We just used aim assist and trusted, and we just took a quick pot shot for the split second. Now he was spotted and he ended up dying for that. Aim assist, such a blessing for this game. Definitely very, very skill beast this game is. Not RNG and aim assist, which is basically aimbot. But poor Hayate got spotted for a split second. I don't know how, maybe by a battleship because he shot, and then he ended up dying for it. Can you imagine? Aim assist. So, love-hate relationship with Musashi, bad dispersion, and then all of a sudden gone tier dispersion. It's kind of like Stalingrad, if I'm being honest. A lot of the time when we play Stalingrad, we get like the shotgun dispersion when we want to dev strike something, and then just randomly, I mean, a little more often than Musashi, we'll get some god tier dispersion salvo, and then dev strike something. But then a lot of the other times, you kind of don't get that. But yeah, it is what it is. I mean, we tried to buff our dispersion as much as possible. I mean, it's mostly for our Yamato build. because it's just funny having a spotter plane, and all those dispersion buffs and American dispersion is just better. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and subscribe for more, and share with your friends, or leave a comment down below for the ships you want to see in the future. But anyway, guys, till next time, aloha.